I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may now be seated.
Greetings to everyone and welcome to the 2022 Superintendent's State of the District Address. My name is Angela Crosland and I serve as Public Information Manager in the Richland 1 Office of Communications. Thank you for joining us tonight, which is also being live streamed from Eau Claire High School, home of the Shamrocks. Thank you as well to Eau Claire High School Principal Nushunda Walters for hosting tonight's event, and to the Eau Claire Naval JROTC Color Guard under the direction of Chief David Rhodes for presenting the colors. Thank you, Ms. Camilla Smalls, for leading us in the Pledge of Allegiance tonight. Mrs. Smalls is the senior class president at Eau Claire High School. We have many talented students in Richland 1, and we take every opportunity we can to showcase them. Tonight, we have the JROTC cadets, but we're also delighted to have 5 members of the Eau Claire High School Orchestra here to perform for us. The orchestra is under the direction of Tyler Henderson, and actually this is an aggregate of the orchestra, the Electric String Quintet. They will be performing The Ascent by Tanner Otto. Thank you to the Eau Claire High School Orchestra and Mr. Henderson. That was excellent. At this time, we will recognize the Richland 1 Board of School Commissioners. Please stand as your name is called. Commissioner Cheryl Harris, Chairwoman. Commissioner Angela Clyburn, Vice Chairwoman. Commissioner Tamika Myers, Secretary Treasurer. Commissioner Jamie Devine, Parliamentarian. Commissioner Aaron Bishop. Commissioner Beatrice King. Commissioner Robert Lominack. Dr. Craig Witherspoon and member, that's appropriate. Thank you. Dr. Craig Witherspoon and members of the Superintendent's executive team, would you please stand to be recognized? Thank you. Now, Board Chairwoman Cheryl Harris will bring greetings for tonight's occasion.
Good evening, everyone. Y'all gonna wake up a little bit better in here. Good evening, everyone. The traffic I had to drive through to get here, y'all gonna wake up in here tonight. Our colleagues are en route. A lot of them are stuck in some of the same traffic that I got caught in a train and all that other good stuff, but we're grateful to see our colleagues that have already made it to the auditorium and is seated. You know, it's an honor to stand before you on tonight to bring greetings on behalf of the National Award-winning Richland 1 Board of Commissioners. We honor and congratulate our colleagues on receiving the National School Board Association Urban School Board of Excellence Award through CUBE. This award recognizes 4 core areas and the focus of this board, which is board performance, academic improvement, educational equity, and community engagement. Now, our board is rather unique. It's over 48 years of school board experience. It's a lot of years, a lot of experience collectively. And 3 returns on investment. 3 of us are Richland 1 graduates. All of us are parents or previous parents in this district. And we take the role that we play in this district very seriously because it's very important to this institution. But I'm excited about what the board is doing, but I'm more excited about what the district is doing collectively. So often we hear the untruths and fabricated stories and many times the calculated, planned, plotted schemes that sometimes set to undermine this district that has done so many great things. But in spite of all of that, we are and will always be Richland 1 strong. A district that doesn't see where a child comes from, but where a child is going. A district that believes all children can and will learn. A district that knows every child has their own unique path. A district that has shown and proved all children can grow, learn, and be contributors in society. A district that understands if you can't reach them, then you can't teach them. A district that understands that societal ills plague our community. And in spite of that, and what the outside has failed to provide, we on the inside work to not only educate, but to inspire, to nurture, to motivate and encourage each of them. Yes, we are that district that understands the value of every employee, from the bus driver that delivers our children to us, to and from school safely, to the nutrition and the cafeteria staff that provides those healthy meals daily, even through the weekends, and in many cases during our holiday breaks, to make sure our children receive proper nourishment. A district with one of the best custodial staff, support teams, administrative teams, teachers, and the list goes on, making sure that they are all safe and have a warm learning and inviting learning environment. We are that unique district that provides opportunities and options for our students, that if they can imagine it, we will work so they can become it. And if they can dream it, it is definitely possible in Richland 1. The sky will never be the limit for our children. It will simply be the view of higher heights and deeper depths. You see, children are more than test scores to us in Richland 1. They're our future leaders and dreamers, our greatest achievers and our greatest achievement. And we as a district celebrate those achievements, every small victory in between. You see, those small victories to some of our children that are life-changing to their families. In many cases, they're the first in their family to complete high school and go off to college, the military, or even become entrepreneurs. Our children defy the odds. They've survived, Aaron, earthquakes and tornadoes and the 1,000-year flood, and now a pandemic that seems to have no end. But not only that, they thrive in a state school system that's not sure if they want to reform education, destroy education, or transform education. A system that has never been fully funded. A system that's more focused on test scores versus growth. But in spite of all of this, we still rise and we produce leaders and trailblazers. And some of the greatest people in the world, folks such as Mayor Bob Coble, the NFL Hall of Famer Richard Seymour, Senator Darrell Jacksons and Craig Melvins and Neil Hendersons and Charles Boldens, Jermaine O'Neills, Fifth Star Brigadier Crawford. That's what we produce in this district. So we as a board, the governing body, will continue to do our work to ensure our district is provided with the necessary resources, partnerships, and support so we can continue to build a strong generation of leaders, warriors, entrepreneurs. You see, when something is strong and securely placed, it's unshakable, it's unstoppable, and it perseveres. It stands the test of time, and it produces gold, and it produces greatness. As our superintendent comes forth, I anxiously await hearing and remembering our past, celebrating our present, and embracing our future as a district. Because we are leaders, and we transform lives every day. We build strong children, children that believe they can achieve anything. Children that start strong in elementary and persevere and finish even stronger in our high schools. They leave us with the tools necessary to make good, sound, and strong decisions in their life. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm excited to be here. And on behalf of the Board of Commissioners, I thank every educator in this room and in this district for all of your work, for working to produce the Charles Boldens and the Mayor Bob Cobles and the Richard Seymours of this world. I thank you. I thank you because it is hard work, but it's hard work. And we do it the best because we do it Richland 1 strong. Thank you.
It was beautiful. Thank you. With us tonight, would you join me in welcoming the president of Midlands Technical College? Dr. Rames, are you in here? Yes. Thank you. Are there any others that we need to recognize tonight? Okay. Now we'll have Richland 1 Superintendent, Dr. Craig Witherspoon. He'll present his State of the District address.
Good evening. Want to mention, by the way, Dr. Rame is a Richland 1 graduate, by the way. So let's give him another round of applause for being here. Chairwoman Harris, I think you got a hold of my comments this evening, but a lot of what you mentioned is worth mentioning again. We'll just start there. Again, good evening to each and every one of you, and we thank you so very much for joining us. Here at the State of the District, it provides us an opportunity to update all of our stakeholders, to look at our progress, as well as the pathways to continuous improvement. This year's address, like others in the past 2 years, is set amidst COVID-19. Likewise, dealing with the pandemic, there has been an impact that has slowed our progress. But rest assured, we have not been deterred in our desire to ensure that all students in Richland 1 have the opportunities for success that they deserve and that we are committed to do. Before continuing, I would like to pause for a moment of silence in honor of those that we have lost during this time. This includes staff, family members, and those in our greater community. This impact has been real, poignant, and profound. Thank you. I want to again say thank you to our entire team Richland 1 for your hard work, your dedication, understanding, and support as we navigate forward. This pandemic has and continues to have a sustained impact on what we do. And that point has to be recognized and it has to be appreciated. As if education wasn't complex enough, yet again, we find ourselves at the center of how we collectively move forward. It is in that context that I present the 2022 State of the District Address. And that said, we continue to focus on our goal in improving our outcomes for our students. Starting with social and emotional learning. More crucial now than ever, our mentoring programs, our advocacy periods, that includes lessons and strategies designed to help students adjust to issues and concerns, whether it's COVID or societal needs. The work of our counselors and our support staff is a vital part of this equation. During the 2020-2021 school year, activities conducted by our counselors included routines and check-ins, engaging strategies for brain breaks and transitions, and closure of day practices that support resiliency. The use of overcoming obstacles curriculum provides students with the resources that they need for life. Richland 1 has had a strong and long-standing partnership with Columbia Area Mental Health, the United Way, Prisma Health, Communities in Schools, City Year, and many other agencies that support our students and, in some instances, families' physical, mental, and situational needs. In addition to the 3 R's, Richland 1 works in partnership to provide COVID vaccinations, testing, and dental care to over 560 students serviced this school year alone, as well as early childhood support and training and homelessness services. During the 2020-21 school year, the McKinney-Vento or PASS Parents and as Students Succeed Office identified and provided services to 362 birth to 12th graders who were experiencing homelessness. In this current year, approximately 300 students have been identified to date. Our social work department has provided nearly 7,000 resource coordination services that include clothing, school supplies, masks, and the like. Provided to students and their families by social workers to remove barriers and supports our students being ready to learn. Our social workers provided over 5,000 home visits focused on engaging and re-engaging students that may have missed instruction and educational opportunities over the past year due to COVID and other related issues. In addition, 10,000 ready-made meals were donated by the Columbia Rotary Club and packaged by our school and district staff and Rotarians to meet students and families' needs that experience food insecurity. Moreover, school social workers provided SEL opportunities for students and staff in all of our schools. May have included individual group sessions for students and staff, workshops, virtual or in-person parent workshops as well. In addition to work being done by our school and departmental staff, other partnerships assist with these efforts. Our program with Columbia Police Department, such as Handle with Care, works to ensure that schools are aware when students are experiencing trauma outside of school, so that there is consideration and supports in school the next day. And for many of our students, schools provide a safe haven and stability and refuge. Also, our strong partnership with the Sheriff's Department through our SRO program, DARE program, and other activities create a bond between our students, school staff, and Richland One as a whole. With regard to meeting the students' needs during the 2021 school year, the district experienced 94 dropouts, and that's a record low for Richland One. This number represents a 7.84% decrease from the previous year when the number was 104. Now, while any dropout is one too many, our work continues to make a difference in the lives of our students. Thanks to efforts that occur in our schools, as well as Olympia Learning Center, Evening High School, our Excel program, and our adult education program, Richland One's projected dropout rate is 1.5%, which represents a 0.2% decrease from the previous school year. Yes, that's worthy of acknowledgement. Again, this number represents the lowest dropout rate in the history of Richland One. And here in Richland One, we recognize in this district that there is no one path to success, and options and opportunities should exist for any student to be in a separate setting, a different setting, an environment to strive and thrive based upon their needs. From supports to scaffolding forward, Richland One, as noted in our mission statement, Chairwoman Harris, is a leader in transforming lives through education. Now, we set high expectations. We offer rigorous academic programs designed to prepare our students for college and careers in a globally competitive world. Our extensive portfolio of options and personalized learning experience serve to meet the needs of students while appealing to their interests and cultivating their talents. We see growth and success occurring in all schools in our footprint. I want to say that again. We see growth and success occurring in all schools across our footprint. So starting with the beginning in mind, birth to four. With the development of our 2019 through 2024 strategic plan, that plan resulted in the inclusion of a goal specifically targeting kindergarten readiness. Included in our district footprint are approximately 8,000 children ages birth to four. Approximately 1,000 of these children are served annually in our pre-K program, and that number represents 50% of those eligible to be served. We also know that less than 35% of children entering kindergarten are ready to learn. As a result, one of our goals includes taking action to increase the percentage of students who are kindergarten ready. One of our district's most exciting initiatives to support kindergarten readiness is the implementation of Thrive Richland. Partnering with families, child care providers, post-secondary institutions, healthcare providers, and others, we are building a birth to four program that can serve as a prototype for others in this state, with the goal of ensuring that every child in Richland One enters school ready to learn. And there are three components: providing the highest quality professional learning experiences for teachers, paraprofessionals, child care providers, and even high school students who are in our early childhood education program. Secondly, to support families through a comprehensive health and wellness program, which includes homeschool visits, play groups, and parenting workshops, and connections to healthcare professionals. And third, develop a plan for a lab-based birth to four learning center, or centers, in our district. Other impacts: We have 241 instructional assistants and child care providers that have received professional development, and 81 individuals, including 3 of our early childhood program students here at Eau Claire High School, have received micro-credentials. Furthermore, to increase the number of 4-year-old students receiving services before kindergarten, Richland One has also increased the number of early childhood reading development education classrooms, or SERDEP, from 25 to 39 during the 2019 school year. On a related note, plans are underway to add 5 more 3K classrooms during the 22-23 school year. The district is planning a Ready by 5 initiative, which will further engage families and our community partners in school readiness. Kindergarten readiness scores this year increased by 10 percentage points, and our pre-kindergarten support staff have provided more curriculum information to teachers with targeted PLOs, or professional learning opportunities, to enhance daily instruction. As it relates to literacy, we have become more explicit in our approach to literacy at the early childhood and elementary levels. Preliminary assessments show that these efforts are yielding benefit for our students as we continue through this academic year. I want to emphasize that we started these efforts prior to the pandemic with our focus on being fit. You all remember that one. Fidelity, intentionality, together. This includes the big 3 in literacy and numeracy, and growth data from the 2018-2019 school year illustrates that the majority of our elementary and middle schools in this district met or exceeded state growth averages in ELA and math. I want to say that one again too. Growth data from the 2018-19 school year illustrated that the majority of our elementary and middle schools in this district met or exceeded state average growth in ELA and in math. And why did I stop with 2018-19? Because those growth things haven't been in place since then because of the pandemic. At the secondary level, we are working on disciplinary literacy strategies to improve student skills. Disciplinary literacy involves the use of reading, reasoning, investigating, speaking, and writing to learn and form complex context knowledge appropriate to a particular subject. Now, with regard to our English speakers of other languages, in 2020, Richland One expanded our ESOL supports in schools across our footprint. 9 additional classes were created to serve more than 200 students in their neighborhood schools. This expansion meant that students were now able to access support in their respective home schools while being able to take advantage of extracurricular activities there as well. This increased the number of students receiving services by 20%. Additionally, this change resulted in a significant decline in the number of parents requesting waivers of services for their children, went from 18% to 2%. And in addition, with full implementation, the WIDA Access in South Carolina, which is their state assessment program, listed that our exit rate went from 4.5% in 2016 to 15.9% in 2018. And these were some of the highest increase rates in the state of South Carolina. A trend, we'll take it. And this trend continues as we implement stronger programs and implement them with fidelity. Advanced academic programs, Young Einstein. To increase the number of students qualifying for the Gifted and Talented program, especially among those who are disadvantaged, the Young Einstein Summer Institute was established in 2018. Students meeting one dimension for gifted status in grades 1 through 3 were invited to attend. And there has been an increase each summer in the number of students who qualified to be served in the AAP program following young Einstein participation. And over the past 4 years, the number of students qualifying for AAP has increased by 268 students. Dual enrollment. This program is offered at all Richland I high schools. College courses that are taught online or at the student's high school campus. The district provides access through articulation agreements with higher education institutions and assists with the cost of books and academic support. Students in Richland I's dual enrollment program can earn college credit while they're in high school, and some have earned certificates and associate degrees before they receive their high school diplomas. Now, in the spring of 2021, Richland I had 35 students earn certificates and associate degrees from Midlands Technical College. And we thank Dr. Rames and his team for this support. But even more than that, in the spring of 2021, Richland had more students to receive associate degrees and certificates than any other district in the Midlands. Richland I has expanded academic opportunities for students over the past 4 years, and there's been a consistent increase in the number of students taking dual enrollment courses. In addition, students are taking multiple dual enrollment courses as well. That number of dual enrollment courses has doubled from 316 classes in the 16-17 school year to 637 classes in the 2021 school year. Now on to special services and post-secondary transitional services. Richland I is currently the largest school district in South Carolina to be a district-wide unified champions partner with Special Olympics. And why is that important? Being a unified champion school is to promote social inclusion through intentional, planned, and implemented activities that affect our entire district. Unified Champions is an educational and sports-based strategy that creates an engaged youth community that serves to increase athletic and leadership opportunities for students with and without intellectual disabilities, while creating communities of acceptance for all. And what does that do? It builds a more inclusive environment. For example, the AC Flora cluster of schools had a collaborative spirit week at their individual schools. Athletes and unified student partners from participating schools were recognized at the Special Olympics Unified Night at an AC Flora boys basketball game in December of 21. Our BOOM program, in keeping with that mantra of all means all, students with disability are included in that educational equation. Partnering with other districts and agencies, 20 of our students received job offers in the construction field, and they are now gainfully employed. Project Search, which is in its 5th year of service here in Richland I, is a unique business-led school-to-work transition model, affording internship opportunities that provide paths to paid employment. This program is designed to assist students in ages 18 through 21 whose main goal is competitive employment. There have been a total of 22 graduates from Project Search to date. In the summer of 2020, the program earned the National Project Search Organization for 100% competitive internship placements after completing the Project Search program. And always looking for opportunities to provide for our students, the Victory Cafe at Hayward Career Center open so that our students could provide a real-world cafe experience for staff and others with the assistance of a Starbucks manager. Now, work and career experiences are certainly a benefit to our students in these transitional activities. Now, on to summer learning. Richland One has had a very robust summer soar program for a number of years. One of the programs under that umbrella is Summer Learning Academy. It's formerly known as the Summer Reading Camp. While that program's main focus continues to be on literacy, we've expanded that to include mathematics and those skills and activities needed to address any academic gaps that exist. Identified students benefit from engaging in highly engaging literacy and math instruction, interventions, as well as enrichment activities. While the learning challenges that have been revealed are being addressed, along with attendance and behavioral data. Career and technical education. In 2019, Richland One became the first district in the state of South Carolina to offer state-approved courses in all 16 career clusters. Not only are career and technical education completed programs are offered in each of our high schools, but numerous programs are offered also at Hayward as well as Lower Richland High School. Whether students participate in CTE programs at their high school or at these other facilities, those opportunities provided allow students to earn industry credentials. In addition to these offerings, students have opportunities to participate in internship and apprenticeship experiences as well. Now, internship and apprenticeship programs numbers in Richland One increased by 94.7% from the 2018-19 school year to the 2020-2021 school year. A 94% increase in internship and apprenticeship opportunities. Through alliances with MEBA and others, Richland One should be considered an asset when it comes to the recruitment of business and industry looking for a community that can prepare or provide a workforce. I'll say that again. Richland One should be considered an asset when it comes to the recruitment of business and industry looking for a community that can prepare or provide a workforce. Additional opportunities in Richland One include career exploration, career expos, college and career readiness summits, internal internships within the district, emergency and fire management services, and the Firefighters Completer Program, Cummings Diesel Apprentice Program, and the Commercial Driver's License Program, again here at Eau Claire. Now, the CDL program takes on more importance as supply chain issues take center stage here in South Carolina and across the country. Also, for additional firsts, Richland One is the first district in this state to have a certified pre-apprenticeship program. Through a collaboration with Apprenticeship Carolina and the pre-apprenticeship partners in 2021, we also became the state's first and only pilot site for the inclusion of junior ROTC programs that fit in our CTE program of offerings. And our junior ROTC units annually receive state and national recognition. Some of that national recognition came last week, as a matter of fact, with some of our units ranking in the top 3% in these United States. In the area of fine arts, Richland One has long recognized the value of visual and performing arts, and we take pride in the many opportunities and experiences afforded to our students. Every student in grades 1 through 4, for example, has an opportunity to participate in arts-related field experience. For example, in the 2018-2019 school year, the last full year before COVID, nearly 8,000 students in grades 1 through 4 attended at least one professional performance offering, including the Columbia Children's Theater, the South Carolina Philharmonic, the Naya Theater Company, and the Ann Brody's Carolina Ballet. In addition to the talents of our students that are celebrated district-wide, we're blessed to have numerous students who qualify to participate in honors programs. Also, our students participate in various all-state ensembles, including middle school and high school orchestra, chorus, and band. And we have state award-winning marching bands and nationally ranked musicians. And 6 Richland 1 schools received Distinguished Arts Program grants totaling more than $100,000. And 5 Richland 1 schools have been named Certified Arts in the Basic Curriculum schools. Now, some may ask, well, Mr. Superintendent, why do we need all these programs, supports, and opportunities? When is enough enough? Well, to that, I say this. Isn't it what they deserve? I would go further to say it's just like that starfish parable. It matters to this student. The student who earned enough college credit through dual enrollment to be in college this semester, taking classes with juniors and seniors. It matters to this student who through Project Search could not get a high school diploma, but through Project Search is gainfully employed in the hospitality sector. And it also matters to this student whose experiences in a traditional setting led to poor grades, attendance issues, discipline concerns, on a dropout trajectory, but was able to find a smaller setting and become a totally different student with a much better future in life. That said, as we continue to increase our graduation rate this past year to 85.8%, continuing to be above the state average for the last 3 years running. In that same time frame, our students earned over $213 million in scholarships and financial support. And our goal is to reach, Commissioner Clyburn, over 90% in our graduation rate. I heard you say that a few days ago. I want to say kudos to our graduation teams, their constant review of data and related information, the monitoring and support that we have in place. It mirrored on several levels so that our resources can be directed to those areas of need. Support staff is working with individual students and families to address academic hurdles and situational circumstances that our students face, sometimes on a daily basis. All of these activities support our progress to goals. In all that we do, this district has and continues to be good stewards of our funds. Richland 1 has had 33 years of awards with the National Accounting Association. 33 years, consecutive years of awards. Also, with our solar projects and performance contracts that are occurring in 15 of our school facilities, we are looking forward to an estimated savings of over $57 million in energy and overhead costs over the next 20 years. In addition to those savings, real-world curriculum is available to teachers and students so that the next generation of scientists, engineers, or entrepreneurs can learn about this aspect of energy in real and tangible ways, starting in elementary school. In addition, for a number of years, up to the tax year of 2020, Richland 1's millage has been the second lowest in the two counties. And for tax years 2020 and 2021, Richland 1 has been the third lowest in Richland and Lexington counties. All of that deserves a little recognition. So at this time, I want to recognize just but a few of our team. Richland 1 has received an Excellence in School Building and Design Awards from the Association of Learning Environments for the new Rosewood Elementary School Media Center and the new Culinary Arts Facility at Hayward Career Technology Center. And as I call these individuals' names, I would like for them to please stand. Sally McCants, the Rosewood Elementary School teacher, is the Richland 1 Teacher of the Year. And she has done an outstanding job. Lisa Flores, Hand Middle School, Richland 1's Classified Employee of the Year. Reginald China, Hayward Career and Technology Center. He is the Skills USA South Carolina Advisory of the Year. And Southeast Middle School's principal, Inger Ferguson. She is the Education Administrator of the Year for the South Carolina Association of Educational Office Professionals. Mr. Brian Weston, Executive Assistant in the Office of Executive Directors of Schools, is the Education Office Professional of the Year, again for the South Carolina Association of Education Office Professionals. And Ms. Kathleen Lacey from Creighton Middle School is the one of the Microsoft Innovative Educator Experts right here in Richland 1. And Mr. Miles Hanley from the Office of Facility Services received the South Carolina Energy Management Manager of the Year. And I would like our Richland 1 Board of School Commissioners to please stand. Being recognized again from the Council of Urban Boards of Education for their governance and leadership around equity opportunities for students in this district. And while we have the lights up, I'd like this group here in the back, our high school principals and our administrators. We need to recognize you all as well. Please stand. I guess they're a little shy this evening. Also, Richland 1 has been in partnership with the National Network of Partnership Schools for over a decade. And during this time, the district has used this model to strengthen parent and family engagement programming. In 2017, the district decided to implement a new model of support to further these efforts. Richland 1's model is designed to ensure that schools, and parents, and community partnerships are integrated and aligned with each school's mission, an integrated part of their school reform efforts. Now, in the last 5 years, 15 articles have been written and submitted by the Richland 1 Parent and Family Engagement Specialists and staff, and they've been published in national publications that represent promising partnership practices. So we need to give a shout out to our parent and our family engagement specialists. From 2017 to present, the district, as well as 10 of our schools, have been recognized as having high-quality programs and practices that impact our families. Now, with all of the recognitions and supports, do we still have our challenges and our opportunities for growth? Absolutely. Given our efforts in providing success and supports for all learners, having clearly established, defined, and executed roles and responsibilities, as well as a systematic improvement planning process, And these things are some of the initial feedback that we received from our recent accreditation review. We remain concerned that too many of our students are in the does not meet category in English and math in our early grades. This is especially important because skill acquisition at these levels lay the foundation for the future. So what are we doing about it? I talked earlier about the many supports and interventions that we provide that work to close those gaps and accelerate students' growth. That said, we've taken a more explicit approach to literacy and numeracy across the district. Changes in our literacy block instructional time have been implemented, and they call for more directed activities. In addition to providing these specific activities and structures, we are also working to equip teachers with better ways to unpack standards and to translate those standards to instructional practices and assess students' work relative to their acquisition of those standards. It is important for us to be more explicit because of one of the other challenges that we face is the mobility rate. That means the percentage or number of students who move from school to school in any given school year. Whether that movement is between schools in our district or students that move into our district. Now that mobility rate can vary from a low of 10% to a high of 40%. So a student population in some of our schools can turn over in a given year 40%. And if they're here on testing day, that reflects on us. So certainly we would benefit from a more explicit approach to literacy and numeracy. And that helps with our teachers as well. This includes the professional development, guided planning, lesson implementation, and data-informed collaboration with grade levels and other schools across our district. Now note that we started this work prior to the pandemic, and our growth data, as I mentioned earlier, indicated that we were indeed making progress. But even through COVID and the challenges that we continue to face, our laser-like focus remains. Likewise, in the end of course classes, we're utilizing some of the same student-by-student analysis to improve in those areas as well. And even given our increasing graduation rate, our CTE offerings, we need even more of our students take advantage of the courses and pathways that ensure that they're meeting the CCR, or College and Career Readiness Indicator. Now, let's be clear, as Commissioner Harris has stated, many of our students go on to do wonderful things after they graduate. And I would ask each and every one of you to go to our communication site and look at the Grad to Greatness segments that profile our graduates and tell you about the great things that they are doing. But also we want to ensure that every student, every graduate leaves high school achieving at least one of those criteria that our state has identified as being CCR. That may include the possible creation of a career charter or some other activities that again ensure that we're meeting the needs of our students along with their areas of interest. Also looking forward, having spent the last couple of years working to ensure our course offerings support career readiness, we're continuing to expand college readiness options as well. In addition to AP, IB, and dual enrollment that's currently provided, we have begun the exploration of an advanced center of study that will not only prioritize advanced courses at the high school level, but will also provide options for college readiness and preparation for students in our middle schools. Potential first-generation college-bound students will be able to explore college experiences beginning in the middle grades and will be able to take college courses as early as 9th grade. The expansion of our Birth to 4 initiatives and the establishment of the first of possibly 2 Birth to 4 centers is a long-term strategy that will not only impact eventual college and career readiness, it will ensure that more of our students are successful in meeting or exceeding state expectations in English language arts and math. I'm also looking forward to bringing a proposal to this board that will support a groundbreaking in at least one Birth to 4 center in the 2022 calendar year. Again, COVID may have delayed some of these activities, but now it's time to get moving. The same is true with the expansion of our language immersion program. In the upcoming weeks, we will be recommending a middle-level expansion proposal for consideration as well. Now, speaking of COVID, we know there are issues surrounding unfinished learning, from being virtual to hybrid to in-person, back and forth, and those issues and concerns will not be resolved in 1 year. Neither will the social and emotional toll on our students. We recognize that for a lot of students, being home for over a year and a half means that they have missed some of the structural socialization activities that naturally occur during any academic year. For example, this year's freshman class missed out on most of their middle school years. And that's an important time in their adolescent development. Because of this absence, social media, as well as societal challenges, schools are now bearing the brunt of these experiences. It is with this in mind that I referenced earlier SEL, social and emotional supports that we have offered. And I want to thank all of our students who have returned and are making the most of their experiences in a positive manner. We will be expanding these supports to include opportunities to support positive school climate with activities such as Dads on Duty, as well as enhancing our mentoring efforts. Again, COVID may have delayed these activities, but it is time to move forward. COVID has had an impact not only on our students, but on our staff as well. In addition to their regular responsibilities, they have also had and are continuing to care for themselves and their respective families and loved ones. Again, I offer much appreciation to Team Richland 1. And it's in that vein that we have implemented Richland 1 Excels to let our staff know that they are appreciated and where and when we can do some things differently, such as provide a meal from a local food truck vendor or other appreciative efforts, we should do that. And to our teachers and staff, I appreciate the feedback that we've received about the remote professional learning time as well. Now, as I bring this address to close, I want to emphasize again that Richland 1 has some of the most talented professionals that I have met. They're hardworking, regardless of their sphere of influence or control. They take their responsibilities and commitments to students and their well-being to heart. They support their colleagues in this great organization. And we also take our mission statement, Richland 1, a leader in transforming lives through education, empowering all students to achieve their potential and dreams, as a guiding light. And we do this based on core values of collaboration, equity, excellence, safety, courage, and compassion. As I have had opportunities to interact with our students across our footprint and experience firsthand their engagement, talent, experiences, and that charge and commitment is further strengthened. And the same can be said for our families and our community. Regardless of the circumstances, zip code, or community, parents want the best for their children that we have to offer. You see, Richland 1, like our community at large, has some areas that face tremendous challenges. Some of these challenges are some of the highest in the state of South Carolina. Some would like to suggest that because of one indicator, we're not moving. On the contrary, we move our students from where they are when they enter to where they will be when they leave us. But that said, we owe it to our students to provide all that we can for a brighter future, knowing that what we do continues to focus on growth. And the many other leading indicators show that we are indeed moving forward. Now, as this group of principals will attest, these growth indicators are at the center of almost every discussion, meeting, and work. The same can be said for our teachers and staff as well. And this work is evidenced by the many, many success stories that we have in all of our schools in Richland 1. You see, ours is a journey of meeting challenges and obstacles, providing options and opportunities. It is a journey of meeting students where they are and moving them forward. While a particular path may require different things, again, I would ask you to ask yourself, why would we not do all we can for all we have? This includes serving students from other districts who do not offer such resources, but can negatively impact our district's data. Again, why? Because it's the right thing to do for students. So, Madam Chair, members of the Richland 1 Board of Commissioners, our staff, our students, parents, and our entire Richland 1 community, I say to you this evening that the state of this district is strong, and our resolve to get stronger grows each and every day. I thank you for attending and listening to this address this evening.
Thank you to Dr. Witherspoon. We appreciate the visionary leadership provided by you and the Board of School Commissioners. Thank you again to Eau Claire High School for hosting this year's State of the District Address, and thank you to everyone in attendance and those who watched the live stream, as well as board members, principals, and other district staff who attended in person. This event was recorded for broadcast on R1 TV, Spectrum Cable Channel 1303, and it will be posted on R1 TV on demand on the district's website. And we want to thank you again and have a wonderful evening.